Well, with another arc under my belt, it is time to take a break and review some Micro Series comics. But first, the spoiler alert. So, this is, a spoiler alert? If, you, don't like, spoilers, then, you shouldn't, watch, man. Just in case you haven't had your fill of Rarity-based plots from the most recent arc, I'm here to review the Micro Series starring the fashionista herself, titled How Rarity Got Her Groove Back. This is another comic from the fabulous creative team of Katie Cook on story and Andy Price on art. So this comic begins with Rarity holding a fashion show in Ponyville as preparation for the Canterlot Fashion Extravaganza! And she's really stressed out, per usual. So stressed out, in fact, that she misses most of her own after party, just making sure everything is perfect.
Check, recheck, recheck, then recheck.
As a way to help Rarity relax, Applejack of all ponies suggests that she go to Flax and Wheat's new aged all-natural wellness center. They offer mud for your face, saunas, healthy diet, etc. It seems a bit too good to be true. The first hint that things are not as advertised is when Flaxseed comes to pick up Rarity in a less than comfortable looking wagon. The second hint is when it looks like a run-down barn, not some fancy spa facility. And the third and final hint is that Rarity has to sleep in the barn. Still, Rarity decides to stick it out. Just for a little bit. Maybe looks are deceiving. One early wake-up call, crappy breakfast, and hard day's labor later, Rarity isn't so sure she'll be sticking around. But then she gets a gift. Goops for Stuff Apple Carrot Deep Mane Conditioner. She's so relaxed, she decides to stick it out for one more day. The next day is more of the same. Early wake-up, crappy breakfast, hard day's labor, wants to leave at the end of the day. But again, she gets a gift. Goops for Stuff Milk and Honey Bath Soak. And once again, she decides to stick it out for one more day. The next day, the pattern continues, but this time, Rarity actually decides to leave, regardless of the nice gift she receives. She goes to see Flaxseed and Wheatgrass, the owners of the resort, to get a refund. But it turns out they don't have said bits to refund her. They then tell their sad story of how they were swindled by the Flim Flam brothers. Figures they'd be a part of this, and they'll lose the farm if they can't pay. Not if Rarity has anything to say about it. Being the entrepreneur that Rarity is, she manages to make their production more efficient and gives their product line and roadside stand a makeover, without compromising the all-natural integrity of the product. They then wait all night for customers, which no one comes, except for Derpy! She's even a male mare! It's officially canon! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! This is amazing! Derpy is best pony!
Bitch, I'm the best pony.
Ugh, that's not how it works. It has to be a character from the show.
Don't give a shit!
Well, getting back to the story, since the roadside stand was a flop, Rarity decides to bring Flax and Wheat's products with her to Canterlot, and they actually become wildly successful, much to the jealousy of Rarity. Wait a second, go back a page. Great goobly moobly! Another observer pony. There is more than one of everything. Sorry about that. Peace out. There's also a short comic about how Hayseed has a crush on Rarity, but it really isn't that important. This comic was, well, it was okay. I would give it about 5.5 goops for stuff out of 10. The twist that the resort wasn't as advertised was really obvious. Not to mention a bit cliche. Now that I think about it, the entire plot was cliche. But despite that, it was still a good story. Rarity had some character development, she learned how to appreciate manual labor, and she even helped Flax and Wheat save their farm. I guess you could also say she learned not to stress over small stuff as well. Well, it appears that is my 2 bits on how Rarity got her groove back. Tell me your 2 bits on this comic in the comments below, or possibly suggest a future spoiler alert. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm Comic Sans, and I'll see you next week for my review of the Micro Series starring Fluttershy.